Welcome viewers to the Saturday, May 4th edition of 284 News. I am Jacques Wooding, bringing you our top stories from this week. Thank you so much for joining us. We begin with news that a team of linesmen, or should I say lines workers, from the British Virgin Islands Electricity Corporation made history recently, capturing the first place in the experienced team category at the Carrilec Line Workers Rodeo for the second straight year. The 5-man BVI crew, led by transmission and distribution foreman Donaldson Hamlet, outperformed utility teams from across the Caribbean at the annual event held in Antigua on Sunday, April 21st. Members of the team recently visited the 284 Media studio to share their history and experiences with the competition.
This is not our first time. This is actually our third rodeo.
Interesting, okay.
Yes, we had some challenges. Our first rodeo was in 2019, just before COVID.
Okay.
We went to the rodeo not knowing what to expect. We hadn't seen a rodeo before. So we just went and tried to follow on, and I think we came back with 2 second places, maybe 2 plaques or something like that. And then last year, but what I did after we came back from the first rodeo was build a training ground.
Okay.
Because I get to understand what is being done at the rodeo. So we built a training ground, and then we started training the guys for next year. But then COVID came, so we had a couple of years not doing anything. So we went last year, we went last year to the rodeo again. It was quite a challenge because we left here Friday morning and we didn't get to St. Lucia until Sunday afternoon.
Interesting.
When we got to St. Lucia, all the other teams had already done their part. So when we got there, all we were saying was Dominica in the lead, St. Lucia in the lead, and then they gave us the opportunity to still do what we had to do.
Okay.
And we whipped all of them.
Nice. Well, late but still successful.
Yeah. So to even further, add to what he was saying, that when we arrived there the Sunday morning, the parade was commencing, and there was only 2 of us in that parade, whilst we were with the others, to come. And when I got there, one of the questions that was asked to me is that would we still participate?
Okay.
And I said, no matter what happened, we are going to participate.
Awesome.
So they are waited for when the other guys got there and gave us the opportunity so that we would be able to participate.
The Carrilec Lines Workers Rodeo features a series of timed events testing line workers' ability to safely and effectively perform common utility tasks. Events include high voltage cutout installation, fuse link changeouts, insulator replacements, grounding installations, and hurt man rescues. The representatives reflected on these various aspects of the competition.
For us, when we enter into the competition in the morning, you get stage fright in everything that you do. You have all the butterflies in your stomach and all of those things. So I personally had to encourage, my guys and tell them, listen, we are already here. We know that, the bullseye is on our back. We are not competing with anyone. We are actually competing with ourselves because everyone else has to try, to get to beat us. So stay focused and let us do what we know, best, and to do it effectively. So the first thing for the morning, more or less, is like, what do you expect of yourself when you start, to go up that pole, and to take all the necessary precaution not to slip, so that you would not lose no points, because this point standard starts at 100, and as you falter, you lose points. It is by 2, some is by 10, at times it's even 50 points, based on how long you stay doing what you're doing. So the challenges for us was more or less to be able to execute effectively.
In other news, Virgin Islanders are being reminded of the critical importance of participating in the ongoing census as challenges continue to slow down the data collection process throughout the territory. In a recent interview, Director of the Central Statistics Office, Mr. Raymond Phillips, reflected on the prevailing situation and underscored why complete and accurate census data is vital.
The enumeration is going very slow. It has a lot to do with, persons refusing, persons telling them to come back, and when they go back, they're telling them to come back again. Right. We've had issues where, persons refuse to like tie their dogs and refusing to open their doors, and those kind of things. And it discourages the enumerator because having to go back and forth really discourages. And in some instances, it gets dangerous in the sense that, if persons are not willing to tie their dogs and things, and things like that, the enumerators will not, want to take those chances. I've had situations where enumerators have told me they didn't sign up for this. So I'm always appealing to the public, and we need to get this done. It has to be done. That's the bottom line.
He explained that census data guides policy decisions and planning for infrastructure, housing, education, healthcare, and other key services that impact Virgin Islanders' daily lives. An incomplete census painting an inaccurate population picture can lead to misguided priorities.
A census is an exercise which collects a host of data, ranging from sanitation, disability, health, marriages, employment, housing situation, whatever. It collects a whole set of data. And that's the reason it's done every 10 years. Because, the amount of data that it collects, it kind of overwhelms the persons that are providing the data somewhat, so it's done every 10 years so as not to, have that kind of situation too often. Now, as I said earlier, every country does a census. It's very important. It's mandated by the government, and it's mandatory that it's being done. It's important because the kind of data that it collects, we don't collect it anywhere else. We get requests for this data from, you name it, everyone. And, persons need to appreciate that this data at some point in time will also help them.
Despite the importance, Philip's team has been facing difficulties in ensuring full participation and cooperation from all households. As a result, the Statistics Office has recently taken action to increase legal backing for the enumeration process, including introducing fines for failure to respond. Recently,
due to the fact that a lot of the cooperation that I anticipated was not forthcoming, and even though in my Statistics Act of 2005, I had an avenue whereby I could hold people accountable for not cooperating, we were basically forced to address that penalty regime and change it from one that speaks to making court appearances to an administrative penalty, which amounts to paying a ticket. Now, we had to take this before the House. It was passed by Cabinet, of course, and of course then it had to go through the House. We deliberated, and it was passed in the House. So now, as we speak, we have the authority to issue tickets for persons and households who do not cooperate. I don't want to do it, but there has been too many instances where persons, for whatever reason, are mean to the enumerators and would suggest things like, do what you want, but I'm not answering these questions. And sometimes it makes me wonder why, because, we go out there with our badges, we emphasize the confidentiality of the information that's being collected. We tried our best to put things in place to make sure that the enumerators are in and out of the households as quick as possible. I mean, we do everything to make it not as intrusive as possible.
Phillips remains confident that with sustained public engagement and residents understanding what's at stake, an accurate count can be achieved for the Virgin Islands census. And viewers, with that, we take a quick word from our sponsors. Stay with us, we'll be right back.
He hit me. Will CG cover this?
Don't worry. Remember when I was in that competitive arm wrestling circuit? 3-time champion, baby! I did feel bad crushing all those arms and dreams. So I took them all out for ice cream. And then we got crushed. Anyway, CG handled my claims fast.
That explains the arm.
The Best cover for the best value. CG Insurance. Good like that.
Orange alert! Orange alert!
Fire is spreading across the BVI. The fastest, most reliable, and affordable fiber internet service is here for you. Look out for fire in these new locations: Slaney, Duff Bottom, Manual Reef, Seacouse Bay, Albion, Hannah's, Palestina, Pleasant Valley, and Havers. Fiber is in your area. Call 444-4444 or visit a CCT store to find out more and bring it home. More locations coming soon.
Welcome back and thank you so much for sticking with us. The Lions Club of Tortola, BVI, recently held a week-long Vision 24 project. The project was geared at providing children, adults, and the elderly free eye screening and glasses. More in this report.
Line President, Line Daffodil, thank you so much for your time. It has been a full week of testing. I want you to recap this experience for us. You've seen quite a number of people of all ages walk through the multi-purpose sports complex. Recap the event for us.
Okay, thank you, Ron, and thank you for coming. It has been a very rewarding week. I have to say that we've seen so many different persons, all age group. We've seen elderly persons, persons who've received glasses for the first time, persons who haven't had their eye tested in years but knew they had a challenge in seeing, but just couldn't afford or thought they couldn't afford the service, come through here and being able to walk out of this facility with a new pair of glasses and actually being able to see. So it's been very rewarded, and a lot of our members, have been working through the process all week, and even though we keep coming back day after day, I don't feel tired at all. It just feel like we are doing what we said we will do as Lions Club of Tortola. We are serving.
Mr. Percival, you are from the St. George's Secondary School. Tell us about your experience today.
Well, it's been really long. It's been really nice to get our eyes checked every once in a while. We had to split it into 2 days because of technical difficulties of time management, so we had to go back to finish our classes.
Understood. And you are here with a number of your classmates. How does it feel to be able to receive this service?
To be able to receive this service, I would say is quite a privilege, as most people would have to pay to enter the building. So it's really like a really high privilege to just come and get your eyes checked every once in a while, see if everything's okay with your peripheral vision and all.
Wonderful. Thank you for your time.
No, thank you.
John, I want to talk to you today, of course. First of all, thank you for your service and your contribution. Tell us a little bit about your observations, some of the things that you've seen over the course of your visit.
Well, there's been a lot of cataracts, and then there's been a lot of glaucoma. And that makes sense because, like Tom says, the sun causes as you get closer to the equator, it's higher incidence of cataracts. And then there's pterygiums, is that white that grows into the center. Mm-hmm. You see more of those too. And then glaucoma, the trouble with glaucoma is people that have brown eyes, it's like God paints on the brown. Little flecks of that, they chip off just like paint, and they clog up the drain. So glaucoma is higher. Blue-eyed people don't get it as much because they don't have the pigment we have.
Lion Barbara, welcome to the British Virgin Islands, and of course, thank you so much for your service here today. I'd like to have a quick conversation with you. Tell us about the organization of today's this week-long event.
Actually, we were in St. Martin back in 2023, and at that time we were approached by I think it was probably the president of the Lions Club of Tortola, asking if we could do a mission here. So we got an invitation from them, and we started working on it, and we went through all the process of licensing our doctors and getting everything ready on our end, and they did the preparation of having patients in a location and taking good care of us here. We've seen, as of now, we've been over 2,000 patients. We have quite a few referrals that will be given for older people that have cataracts, pterygium, and some of those type of diagnoses. We have seen many children, and we find quite a bit of astigmatism with the children, cataracts with the older people. So we've served quite a few people and given out lots of glasses. And the glasses that we don't have in our inventory, we make them, and we're using the computer and sending the information to an optical company in the States.
Wonderful. And approximately how many doctors came to this mission?
Okay, we have 5 doctors with us today.
Okay, wonderful. Thank you so much for your service, Line Barbara.
Thank you.
Line Patrick, you are here in the British Virgin Islands, of course, a part of a contingency that are conducting eye exams. Tell us particularly how you've been working, your specific area, and what have been some of your observations.
Back in the back here, we have doctors that are come from the U.S. over here, and they're writing prescriptions for the people that are coming up here. And these boxes have glasses in them that will fill those prescriptions. So we're taking these. We'll take the paperwork and go over here and find the glasses that will will help them see. And we've had children that come through that door over there, and when they come over here and they put the glasses on, it's like they'll start looking around the room, and it's like, oh, I can see. And those kids, that might be the first pair of glasses they've ever had. Okay, so we've had a lot of people like that. That's when we know what we're doing is right. You know, when you can help somebody see that couldn't see when they first come through the door. We've helped a lot of patients. We're writing. We're sending them over here. If we don't have the right glasses here, and we're getting them ordered, special ordering the glasses for the people that we can't fill with the ones we've brought. That happens sometimes, but we've helped lots of people. And one of the things that I've noticed about what I've come into the British Virgin Islands, people are so grateful here.
And viewers, with that, we take a quick break, but stay with us because there is more news when we return.
That's just not cricket.
No sweat, you with CG. Remember my street dance battle against Seamus O'Leapsy? I went on to win the title Miss Irish-ish, set to perform at nursing homes around the world. Then this happened. Seamus on you, Seamus. Anyway, I was covered. Let's bounce.
Comprehensive motor cover for damage and more. CG Insurance. Good like that.
Vibe. All right. Monet. Voice.
Na 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 na. Whoa. Baby, yeah.
Road TV.
There's a meeting in my bed.
Alkaline.
You know, system we are create waves like the ocean, yeah.
Freddie Jackson.
Oh, my lady.
Gramps Morgan.
Feels like heaven surrounds me.
And more. The 24th, 25th, and 26th of May 2024. The Virgin Islands Music Festival. 60 beats, one vibe.
For more information, visit virginislandsmusicfestival.com.
Welcome back and thank you so much for sticking with us. 7-time Grammy Award nominated United States Virgin Islands artist and producer Verse Simmons has a new single with dancehall artist Sean Paul. Simmons, who is presently at home in St. Thomas celebrating the annual carnival, spoke with To It For Media on that project.
Yes, I've been putting together this project for a little while. This is one of the records from that project. I just happened to be in Jamaica one time working, and I got in with Sean Paul working on his project, and he heard this record and decided to get on it. So we just recently put it out. You know, we can gain some traction with it. Really excited about it, and yeah, that's just kind of how it comes together. I put together a project I want to put out probably in the summer. So this is probably going to be the first songs going into that project.
Wonderful. And speaking of that, one of your latest songs has hit the Billboard Hot 100. We have a number of projects, one with Usher. Tell us about those projects that have seen much success.
Oh man, But yeah, Usher, Luckiest Man, that was one of the records I wrote for his most recent project that he put out. Where he did the Super Bowl, so that was a really big record. So y'all go check that out. Also, What It Is by Doechii. I wrote that. It ended up being number 3 on Hot 100 Billboard charts last year. Actually, earlier this year, we hit that number. So just working, man. Just proud to be putting out for the VI, you know.
Additionally, Simmons spoke about some recent projects that have done very well, including his hit with Usher, Luckiest Man.
Yeah, it's been going really well. Money Well Spent is the name of the label. One of the focuses of Money Well Spent is to really try to empower like Caribbean artists, not only. Obviously I'm in the mainstream music world, but one of my focuses is to bridge the gap between a lot of Caribbean artists and taking them into the mainstream. I've been able to be somewhat successful with that, and it's still growing, so really, really happy about that. Of course, we have Jada Kingdom, and then we also have the Amazing 5 too, you know what I'm saying? So it's been bubbling really well.
As a producer, Simmons shared that he is now working on his own label titled Money Well Spent. He spoke about how that has been going, as well as some of the artists on his label, and the importance of Caribbean artists crossing over into mainstream genres.
I think one of the biggest challenges is probably them understanding that it's a wider audience to get to, and you don't necessarily have to lose yourself in that transition, but it's just finding that balance. Get, a taste of your culture in a way that they can understand. So my job is to kind of cultivate that of artists to understand where that line is of them being able to be authentic to themselves, but then also being able to transcend past, whatever bubble they feel comfortable in the kind of stuff. I think that's one of the biggest challenges. And then, of course, you're trying to break into a world that is foreign to us, being from the Caribbean, you know what I'm saying? So, of course, there's those hurdles as well. But, I've been blessed enough to be able to be successful in this space. So now it's kind of like my time to kind of bring people along, you know what I'm saying? And help put them in position forward. Build out longevity and legacy.
For the full interview, visit all To It For media platforms. In other news, the theme and slogan for the 70th Virgin Islands Emancipation Festival was unveiled in a lively fashion on Friday, April 26th, during an event at the Market Square in Roadtown. More in this report. Vibrant sights, sounds, and flavors of Virgin Islands culture took over the Roadtown Market Square on Friday, April 26th for the official launch of the 70th Virgin Islands Emancipation Festival. The event served as a ceremonial start to this year's festival season, highlighted by the unveiling of the 2024 celebration's official theme and slogans selected through public submissions. Following a territory-wide voting process, 3 top contenders were recognized for their slogan contributions before the winner was announced.
5, 4, 2, 1. There we go. The official slogan for Festival 2024: celebrate our freedom and live in unity as BVI Festival turns 70. Put your hands together for the winning slogan, submitted by Brianna Blyden: celebrate our freedom and live in unity as BVI Festival turns 70.
With Blyden unable to attend in person, her mother accepted the honor on her behalf.
Brianna, of course, wins the season pass to all festival events. She can't walk alone. You want to send somebody else with her? Brianna wins the season pass, but she also wins a monetary prize, right? So we're going to arrange that afterwards as well. So, and you're in the bank, so you're going to keep us honest, right? Okay, good. Yeah, we will. We also want to make sure for all those who are viewing that we announce what the theme is going to be.
Yes.
Festival always has a theme and a slogan. So this year's theme, chosen by the internal committee, is celebrating 70 years of BVI Festival through our Platinum Jubilee, as we showcase a legacy of cultural traditions, history, and diversity. The team was submitted by Shanika Mercer, and she also will receive a cash prize for her contribution.
The festive atmosphere set the tone for the upcoming festival season with captivating cultural entertainment, pulsating music, and mouth-watering local cuisine.
No joke it, you know. Real proper brockout. Side to side, go on.
The way you move, yeah. The way you whine and you grind and you bubble and go down. The way you whine, yeah. Girl, you fine, yeah. You move in time, yeah. The way you whine and you grind and you bubble and go down, yeah.
Yo, hey, I do this. Why am I massive walk up now? Fire, right? Fire, baby. Show them how we just party. Show them how we just rock where. Man, I'm talking girls, girls, girls everywhere I turn. Girls, girls, girls everywhere I turn. Girls, girls, girls everywhere I turn.
Rain can't stop the festival. Rain can't stop the festival. Rain can't stop the parade. Rain can't stop the fish fry. Rain can't stop the party. Rain can't stop the festival. Rain can't stop the festival. Rain can't stop razor blades.
Today I'll rise up, I'll rise unafraid, I'll rise up, and I'll do it 1,000 times again. And I'll rise up, high like the wave, I'll rise up, in spite of the ache, I'll rise up, and I'll do it 1,000 times again. For you, for you, for you, for you.
And that's it for today's news roundup. Be sure to follow us for daily news updates at 284media.com. Like us on Facebook at 284media and 284BVI on Instagram, X, formerly Twitter, and Threads. And be sure to join our WhatsApp channel as well. A link is coming to you soon. I'm Jacko Wooding, and I'll see you again next week. So have yourself a safe and enjoyable weekend. May the 4th be with you.
Vibe. All right. Monet. Voice.
Na 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 na. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Baby, yeah.
Raw TV.
There's a meeting in my bed, in my bed.
Alkaline.
You know, sister, we are create waves like the ocean, yeah.
Freddie Jackson.
Oh, my lady.
Krabs Morgan.
Feels like heaven surrounds me.
And more. The 24th, 25th, and 26th of May 2024. The Virgin Islands Music Festival. 60 beats, one vibe.
For more information, visit virginislandsmusicfestival.com.